Let's go.
You guys are really competitive tonight, played a really strong game. Where did it sort of go wrong in the second half?
Just our execution. Like they kicked, fundamentally the shots on goal were, I think from their set shots, I kicked 9-5, we kicked 6-9. I thought we had chances to reasonably easy shots on goal. We just couldn't quite nail those and take advantage on the scoreboard. Case in point, the last shot on goal at the start of the first quarter, we probably get a chance to go 9 points up, and we just couldn't get any scoreboard pressure on. So a lot of the things we liked about the game looked like a Richmond game. Time in forward half turnovers, we just weren't clean enough for long enough. And when push came to shove, I thought their rucks got hold of us, and we had to try and do something to stem that flow. And unfortunately, you move one piece of the puzzle, something else seems to pop up. So.
You're doing a lot right.
Yeah, we are. We've just got to get better in some areas that we can control. We always call it Richmond hurting Richmond, and I thought we had a couple of them tonight. But what I couldn't question was our side's intent. I thought they showed great spirit, played with great spirit. I thought it was a good, hard, tough game, but we just weren't good enough for long enough, unfortunately.
How do you turn that around to, obviously execution, something no one moves from kicks?
Yeah, that's right. The players will get better. Like sometimes there was pressure there, and then other times it was just, it was whether the players thought they were seeing ghosts. I'm not too sure. Like there was just times when we thought we'd be out, but we just made a fundamental flaw, and that happens from time to time. You have got some players that are learning the craft, learning the game with us, but it's just probably happening a little bit too much at the moment, which is a little bit disappointing. But like you said, the players don't deliberately go out there and make errors. They're going to make them. We've just got to get better at when we do make them as blitzing in and getting that ball back, and we weren't quite to the level we needed to be tonight.
How do you think you young boys went in the ruck battle?
I thought they were gallant early, but then, as I said, I thought Brody Grundy was a difference maker in the end. I thought he just dominated that ruck battle, and we had to make a change. Thought we were getting comprehensively beaten, so we had to move one piece of the puzzle lower into the ruck to try and compensate for that. And we ummed and ahed, and then unfortunately they start taking marks at the other end. So that's what happens in the game of AFL footy. It's a challenge. We've got some young, inexperienced rucks. I thought they were pretty good for the vast majority, but when push came to shove, their big dogs took over.
Did you go with the plan to keep the ball low and hard when you go inside 50 to kind of take out the...
Yeah, we did, but then I thought at various stages we looked a lot better when we went in deeper. So, sometimes your best laid plans can actually go against you sometimes, and, we failed to get the ball deep inside 50. The one thing we know is against Melbourne, if you do get the ball in the 50 to 70 range, you can score against them. Numbers for that in the first half are very, very good. Second half, not as good. So we knew the equation. We sort of know the style of game we think can beat them. But once again, we just got to execute it for longer.
Places where you with Noel Cumberland, obviously really good start to the game. It was really dangerous and lively.
Yeah, he does, and that's what he brings. What Noah's got to realise is how he has to work in the game of AFL footy. He can be as good as he wants that kid, but he's got to get to work on some things in his game, and a lot of it is to do with Noah. How bad he wants it, and he's working on that. He'll get better. I was really happy with the vast majority of his game tonight, but he's one of those players I think is going to, capable of being a really, really good AFL player. I look forward to seeing his response.
Are you able to elaborate on what some of those things are?
What's that?
Are you able to elaborate?
Just staying in the game. Like he can rip open a game in 5 minutes, this kid. And that's what we love about him, the way we serve him. So we sort of changed our structure a little bit to get him in. And he's just got to continue to play the game and realise the game will challenge him at various stages. His body language will get better, but we just love what he brings, his energy. We've just got to make sure that's used in all the right places, because he can be a difference maker for our side. We've got no question, and we're excited about the prospect of that. We sort of want to get there a little bit faster.
Michael Gibbons, a very seasoned operator, and usually gets that dusty matchup. But ideally, you'd like to have a bit more help from Cameron to sort of break that matchup.
Yeah, a little bit. Dustin kicked 1 goal 3, I think, so he had enough shots on goal. And it's funny, he probably kicks a couple of those. He had the round the corner kick that he normally kicks, and he's a match winner as well. So look, I thought our forward line looked okay. We just didn't capitalise on some shots on goal that we should. Like I said, the simple. I think we had 3 goals from directly in front that we probably should have kicked that would have made the game closer, but you've got to take your chances.
Reality of never having
late, or was that?
I'm not too sure because he had a secondary effort, so we'll wait for scans from that one. We'll let you know as soon as we know. But whether it was a severe cramp or hamstring, we'll figure that out.
From a pretty challenging start, are you optimistic you can still contend given the challenges?
Well, at the end of the day, we've been in every game. You know, every game we're it's the one thing I will say, our boys are always in the fight. Yeah, we've had some challenges, but so have other sides. We still expect to, have won some of those games along the way, but, what we sort of deal with now, we feel will keep us in good stead at some stage, whether it's, next week, the week after, 6 weeks down the track, 12 months down the track, we're not too sure. But what we do know is we like a lot of the things we can see. We've got some pieces in the puzzle that we'd like to, put into that. But the matter of fact is, at the moment, we're getting some experience into some guys in some different positions that will help us, in the longer term.
Jared Greywell joined the 400 goal club at the MCG tonight.
Oh, yeah.
How important is he still to the team? Just looks like he's such a mature presence.
Yeah, he's great. He's really working hard. He's got a young forward line up there and inexperienced at various stages, but he's getting to work and creating contests and kicking some goals as well, which is nice. So I think he's getting everything out of himself at the moment, which is really important because we need him. But his leadership down there has been also very good.
Will you get any guys back for the Summer game?
Well, Broad through suspension and. I'm not too sure what else at this stage. I think we had 5 guys playing at VFL level on the weekend, so they had a really good window. So once again, we'll go to work and have a look what we can do to get a better result next week.